Hello everyone, welcome to Theme Girl. In this video, we'll be connecting Mailchimp to your WordPress site. Now, to connect Mailchimp into your WordPress site, first of all, we're going to need a form in which users can fill out their information. And when users do fill out that information, it needs to be sent into your Mailchimp account. So we're going to learn how to do that. So let's go to our computer screen and I'll show you how to do it. But before we do, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Okay, so here we are within the computer screen, and before connecting Mailchimp to your WordPress site, you're going to need a few different things. First of all, it's obviously going to be a WordPress site and a Mailchimp account. And since we also need to create a form within our WordPress website, which is able to send out user-inserted information to our Mailchimp account, we're going to need to install this plugin right here called Everest Forms. It is one of the best form builder plugins for WordPress. Now, this plugin is a free plugin, but for extended features like connecting to other apps or platforms, you're going to have to get one of their premium versions. In our case, we're going to be connecting to Mailchimp, so you can get any one of these two premium plans right here. It's going to be a standard checkout process, after which you'll get an email with credentials for your login. And after you log into this site right here, you'll be able to access your Everest Forms Pro zip file, which you can download it from right here. And you'll also be able to see your license keys within the license keys tab. And here you can simply copy this license key. We're going to be using it to activate our plugin. So now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Okay, so here let's go within plugins, add new plugin, and here I'm going to upload the zip file that I just downloaded. Simply click on upload plugin and let's choose our file. This right here is the file. Simply going to open it and install. So there you go. Let's go ahead, let's activate the plugin. And as soon as the plugin has been activated, you'll see this sort of pop up right here. It's going to say Everest Forms Pro requires the Everest Forms plugin to be installed as well. So simply click here to install and it will automatically install the plugin for you. Make sure to activate the plugin as well. So upon activation of the free plugin, you'll be redirected to Everest Forms dashboard. And now we need to activate the plugin with the license key that I told you to copy before. So to activate our plugin from within the dashboard, if you go here within all features, and you can see currently our plugin is not active, so you can click on any of these upgrade plan buttons right here and you'll see this license activation window pop up, and here you can simply paste in the license key that you copied before from your WP Everest dashboard and you can simply activate the license. There it is, my Everest Forms Pro has been activated. Since we're going to connect our WordPress site to our Mailchimp account, we're going to have to search for Mailchimp, and it should be right here. So this right here is the Mailchimp module. I'm going to enable it, and now we're ready to integrate Mailchimp to our WordPress site. So first, let's go within settings, and if we go within integrations tab, then we should be able to see Mailchimp right here. Simply click on this gear icon, and here what you can do is you can paste in your API key and you can give it a nickname. Now this API key, you'll have to get it from your Mailchimp dashboard. So for that, let's go back to our Mailchimp dashboard here. And if we go here on the top right corner and if we click here on account and billing, then we should see a window something like this. And if we go here within the extras drop down, then we should see API keys. Click on it, and here you can create a new API key. So simply scroll down and click on create a key, and here you can give it a name. I'm just going to name it TG, and I'm going to generate the key. So this right here is my API key, and so make sure to keep this key somewhere safe. I'm going to copy it to my clipboard. Once you generate it, you'll not be able to view it again, so yes. So now let's go back here within our Everest Forms settings, and here what we can do is we can paste in the API key and we can give it a nickname. I'm going to name it Mailchimp, short for Mailchimp, and I'm going to make this thing capitalized, and we're going to click on connect to Mailchimp, and there we go. A connection has been established to the Mailchimp API. So now we are ready. Now all we have to do is create a form and link that form to our mailing list within Mailchimp, and we'll be good to go. So let's first go ahead within all forms here underneath the Everest Forms menu. Then you should be able to see this contact form right here. This is the contact form given to us by Everest Forms by default. So you can either edit this form or you can also add new. I'm just going to edit this form because yeah, it's going to be easy. This right here is our form builder. And we've got a few different fields here. You've got name, email, subject, and message field. If you go here within the all fields menu, then you should be able to see all the different fields that you can use within your form. You can simply drag and drop these fields into the form and you'll be good to go. But anyways, before I even jump into creation of these forms, let me first tell you a little bit about Mailchimp fields. So if I go here within my Mailchimp dashboard once again, go within all contacts, and if I go within the settings drop down, I should be able to see something here called audience fields and merge tags. So here within our audience fields, you can see we've got a few fields in here. We've got 6 fields: email address, first name, last name, phone number, We've got a birthday field and a gender field. Now these two fields I added them myself. These are what you would call custom fields. And these right here are all the different information that we can currently collect for users within our mailing list. So yeah, to add these custom fields right here, you can simply add a field and you can choose from any of these different fields right here. The birthday field, I used this date field, and for the gender, I used this radio buttons field right here. So yeah, just letting you know, these are the fields that I've created within Mailchimp, and we're going to be recreating all these fields within our form as well. So let's get started. So here, first of all, I'm going to make this form right here. I'm going to make it a double column form. So I'm going to click on this edit button and I'm going to change the row to a double column format. So I'm going to delete this name field. I don't need it. I want first name and last name. I don't want this subject field either. I'm going to delete that. Message field, I'm going to delete this as well. So from here within my fields menu, I'm going to drag in first name, last name. We have an email field. Now we need a phone field, which is right here. And now we got two other fields. We've got a birthday field, which I'll paste right there. And we've got a gender field for which we're going to be using this multiple choice field right here. There we go. If you click on any of these forms right here, you'll see this field options menu. And from this place, you can basically change the label, you can make the fields required, and you've got other field options specific to the field. So for this first name field, I'm going to make it required. I'm going to do the same for the last name field. I'll make this required as well. The email field is required by default. The phone field, I'm going to make it required as well. If I want to, I can change its label to phone number. And here, the date and time field, I'm going to change its label to birthday, where users can fill in their birthday. Currently, its style is set to a picker format. You can also choose drop down, but I like picker better. I'll show you what it looks like in just a bit. I'll make this field required as well. And here within the multiple choice, I'm going to change its label again to gender. And the first choice is going to be male, second choice, female, and the third choice will be others. There we go. I'm just going to save this form, and oops, I almost forgot to make this field required. There it is. I'm going to make it required as well. If you want required fields, you can make it required. I'm just making it required right now because I want to. So yeah, this is our form right here. This is a very basic form currently, since I'm just focused on collecting user information. This is not a very appealing form. I'll be the first one to admit that, but yeah, you can make this form more appealing. You can choose from many different fields here. You've got file upload, you've got image upload. You can just look over. You've got a lot of fields, but for now, this is what our form is looking like. I'm going to preview our form. This is what it looks like. So right now our form is ready, but now what we need to do is we need to make sure that Everest Forms knows these information need to be sent out to our Mailchimp account. So how do we do that? Well, to do that, it's really simple. From within your form settings right here, go within integrations and you can add a new connection. I'm just going to name it test because currently I'm just testing, kind of. So here it has already selected an account. This is the nickname that we gave before, Mailchimp. So now here you can select a list. If you've got multiple different lists, you can choose from them. I only have a single list, so I'm going to select that. And here I also have group. So within your Mailchimp account, if I go here, I go within all contacts once again. Underneath the manage audience tab, you also have groups. What I've done is I've created 3 different groups. I've got group A, group B, and group C. So the users that fill out this form right here, if I want to send them to any of these groups, I can. I can select A, B, C. I can select multiple one of them, or I can just select one. All up to me. So here, these are all the different list fields. These are all the fields that we have created within Mailchimp. So yeah, now we need to map all these fields with the fields that we just added within our forms. So for this email address list field, you're going to map it with the email field that we have within our form. For the birthday field, we're going to do the same. We've got the birthday field. We're going to do the same for first name, last name, the gender, and the phone number field. So here we've mapped all our different fields. Now we've got 2 different options here. We can either use double opt-in if we want to. Double opt-in basically means Mailchimp will send an email to the user that fills out this form, making sure we get their confirmation before we put the user within our mailing list. So if you want to use double opt-in, you can. If you don't want to, you can leave it as it is. If you leave this thing unchecked, users will directly be added to your mailing list. If you check it, then a mail will be sent. After that, the user will have to click on the link to confirm themselves, and then only they'll be added to our mailing list. So I'm going to leave it unchecked for now. If you want to use conditional logic, this is something you can do as well. So conditional logic, it is a feature within Everest Forms. Basically, suppose I have this birthday field right here and I only want to subscribe people of age. So people over 18, I want to subscribe them to my mailing list. Then what I can do is I can set a condition here, like, if their age is of the legal age, then and only then this person will be added into my mailing list. But yes, I'm not going to get over it. You can explore it for yourself. But for now, we are done. We've mapped all our form fields, we've selected the group width that we want to select, we've selected the list, and I'm just going to save the form. So now let's make sure this form is previewed in a page of ours. So here I'm going to go within my pages menu and I'll create a new page. So here I'm going to name this page subscribe, and what I can do is I can add a new block. I'll simply drag this Everest form block in here and I'll select the form that we just created, this contact form right here, and there it is. I'm just going to publish this page for now. And also, you don't just have to use the blocks. What you can do is, if I go back here within my Everest Forms all forms menu, then you'll see this shortcode right here as well. So you can use this shortcode to render the form wherever you want to, so you're not limited with just blocks. So now if I visit this site, we should have a subscribe page right here, and this is our form. So now let's test our form. I'm going to fill out the form and let's see if the person is subscribed into our mailing list. So I'm going to fill out my information here. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to submit this form, and there it is. The form has been submitted. Now two things need to happen. As soon as the form has been submitted, if we go back into our WordPress dashboard, within Everest Forms, you'll be able to view your entries. So if I click on entries here, then you can see that we've got the entry right here, sid@gmail.com. This is the user. I can view the entry as well, and I can see what the user has filled out within the fields. And now the second thing that needs to happen is that this person needs to be subscribed into our mailing list. So for that, we need to go within Mailchimp, and if I click on this all contacts field once again, then there it is. We've got one total contact, one email subscriber, and it is sid@gmail.com, the person that just subscribed via our form. So I can view their contact profile, and here I can see all the fields that we created within our form. And that is, the email address, first name, last name, phone number, birthday, and gender as well. We've successfully connected Mailchimp into our WordPress site. So yeah, there we go. This is the gist of it. Now you can explore more. If you go here within all forms, once again, I'm going to edit this. What you can do is you can create multiple different forms, and within integrations, you can add multiple different connections, and you can add people to different groups, different lists. You can use conditional logic if you want double opt-in, you can do that. You can do all that great stuff. So yeah, there it is. A little more about the plugin. Besides having all these different fields that you can use from, there's also other things like you've got email notifications. So whenever someone fills out the form, if you want to, you can get email notifications. You've got spam protections. You've got many different integrations to many other platforms, just like Mailchimp or any other platforms of such nature. You can also collect payments from within this form as well. So yes, make sure you explore the Forms plugin as well, and that is about it. So I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Take care.